Yes. Yes. Oh,
Yes. Right.
In a previous class, I've told about data annotations. So, data annotation is an attribute or it is a class used to give validations, and these are given above the property in a class, property in a model. And here, these are the annotations we have used, like a required display, string length. Required means it does not accept null value, and display means whatever text caption that you want to give for the label, then display will be used. Otherwise, property name is used as a label text, label caption. So if you want to give some like a meaningful name, then we can use display. String length means it is used to give the length of the string, and here range is given here. Range means we can give minimum to maximum value, and a scaffold column is there. So this is like hidden field in ASP.NET, and the data type is there here. It is used to specify what type of data that you want to give, like password text box, currency, date, currency, phone number, multi-line text box, all this. And here regular expression is there here. So regular expression means if you want to check website address, email ID, phone, postal code, all this, then regular expression is used. And next, action filters also we have discussed. So in action filter, these are given above the method in controller. Above the method in controller, it is given, and here these are the action filters here: HTTP, get, post, output cache, handle error, non-action, authorize, validate, anti-forgery token, bind. All these are there. So HTTP get means when you create method in controller, it is get method like HTTP get, and we can use a post, put, delete. It is not in the list. We can write http post, http get, http put, http delete, all this. Output cache means whenever you are accessing the same page or same content, same data multiple times in browser, then in that case we can use output cache to load the same content from cache or temporary memory. Instead of loading the same page, same content, same data from the server, then it may work slow. Then what we can do is that page or content or data, we can store it in cache or temporary memory, and then we can access it. And here, handle error is there here, and handle error is used to manage runtime errors in MVC application. So handle error, instead of using try and catch block, we can use handle error. And this in this attribute, we'll use SQL exception, then divide by zero, arithmetic argument exception, argument null exception, overflow exception, and other format exceptions. Like many exception classes are there. All these we can use here. And non-action means when we create a method in controller, that method can perform some task, or using that method we can send request to the server. So when you specify it as non-action, then we cannot send request to the browser. And next, authorize is there. Authorize is used to work with forms authentication. If you want to implement forms authentication in your application, then above the method in controller, we can use authorize. So forms authentication means users registered in web.config file are allowed to work with MVC application. And here valid validate anti-forgery token is there. So this is used to avoid cross-site hijacking. So if you want to allow the server to send request only to the authorized user accessing the website, then this is used. So if any other person is trying to access the pages in MEC application, then the server should not accept that request and should not give the response. Server should give response only when the request is from the same website. If somebody is trying to give the request from another website, this should not accept. In the corresponding view, we have to give this HTML anti-forgery token. This should be given in the corresponding view of the method. And here next bind is there. This is used to include or exclude the methods in properties in the class. So here exclude is used for identity column. For identity column, we can give exclude because identity generates number and that number is used in the table. And for other properties in the class, we should write include because we have to enter values manually so that we can store values in the table. So for identity column, we'll use exclude. And for other columns, other properties in the class, include is used. So this is the 10th example what we are going to discuss now. Here you can see the registration form here. In registration form, we are giving many properties in the class: username, password, then confirm password, first name, last name, gender, phone, email, then age, state, receive newsletter, hobbies, date of subscription, country, marital status, address, registration fee, all these are there. So here Visual C Sharp Web, ASP.NET Web Application. MVC example 10 is given. Here I'm selecting MVC. So creating model, right click on this models folder. So add a class. Here I'm giving name as user model. Here I'm using system dot component model dot data annotation. And here I'll give the properties in the class. So here you can see this. First property is username is there, and it is having two annotations here, required and string length. So required does not take null value. String length means it takes limit is given here. And next is password is given. For password, three annotations are given: required, string length, and data type. Data type dot password is given. So data type is the attribute, and this data type is the enum. It is the enum here, enum or enumeration, and the password is the name or element. Like when the property is converted to text box, all these properties are converted to labels and text boxes. So when they are converted to text boxes, then this password is used. This text box, it will show asterisks in the text box, or it will show bullets in the text box. For that we are using here. So this is used to convert text box to password text box. And here you can see 4 annotations are there here. Required string length compare password is given. So required means as I told, and here compare is there here. This is attribute in system.web.mvc namespace, and this is used to check whether confirm password and password are correct or not. And next one is first name is there. In first name, 3 annotations are the required string length, the regular expression, all these. And here you can see at the rate /d. This is used to check whether contains alphabets or not. First time should take only characters. And here we are using at the rate symbol. Like if I want to use this in a view, then we need to use it as razor statement. So for that it is given here. /d means it works with the digits. /d means numbers. So here range is given. So if the number is from 1 to 40, then error message is displayed. Error message is the property and regular expression attribute class. So here error message only alphabets are allowed. And the same thing is given to last name also. And next one gender is given here. And here for gender, like default messages will be there, validation messages, like a username is required, first name is required, last name is required. That message, default error message, will not suit for any error message. It will not suit for all. Okay, so if you want to give some related error message, then I can use use this error message in required. Error message equal to select male or female. If I am not giving this error message, if user did not enter gender, then it will show message as gender is required. But if you want to give the error message clearly, select male or female. Select male or female means here we should get radio buttons. See, now in a 10th example, all these properties are converted to labels and text boxes. But here for gender, we should get radio buttons. And for other options like state, then country, for state and country, we should get drop down list. And for hobbies, here hobbies is there. For hobbies, we should get list box so that we can do multi selection. And next one is there, that is marital status is there. For that list, drop down list is required. See, in 10th example, when we create a view, we'll get labels and text boxes. In 11th example, after this, we'll discuss about advanced MVC architecture. In 11th example, I'll tell how to convert, how to change text boxes to other controls. We'll remove the text box, and in the place of text box, whichever control is required, we have to do it. Okay, that we should do manually. Default is for any property in the class, we'll get text boxes. Okay, so if you want other controls in the view, so automatic generation won't be there. Like we have to change the control, we have to change the code, then it will works. So here you can see message select male or female. That message is useful when we place radio buttons, because user can select one option out of 2 radio buttons. User can select one option here. And next is the phone number is there, and next email is there here. For email, to check the characters, we are giving like this. /w means to work with characters. So here at the rate is given here. So before at the rate we can give some characters, After at the rate, we'll give the site name like yahoo.com or gmail.com, some other name and extension will give. So here after at the rate, whatever characters we are giving, they can be in lowercase or uppercase, and underscore is also allowed. Like when we are specifying the size here, so any number of characters are allowed here. And here question mark slash is given. This is a separator here, separator which is given. And after dot extension is given here, a to small z or capital A to capital Z, and extension can be 2 to 6 characters. So this is the format to check mail ID whether it is valid or not. Okay, so this will not check in internet. So it will check whether the given value is valid or not, whether it is having at the rate symbol or dot, all this it will check. So if you are missing anything, then it will give the error
Hello.
message as, yeah.
2 to 6 is what?
Yeah, 2 to 6
2
is
comma 6.
the range for extension. Like .com will write .com. Com means 3 characters. So extension means we cannot give as we like. So we are specifying the how much the characters that extension should contain. Like gmail.com, com, 3 characters like that. Okay. And here
Okay.
yeah. So here range is given here. Age can be from 18 to 70 years. And state receive newsletters, no annotations here. For receive newsletters, bool data type is given. So when we use bool data type here, it is converted to checkbox. This property is converted to checkbox here because a bool data type is given. Okay, so if you select the checkbox, then it restores 1. If you are not selecting, default value is 0. Means 1 means true, 0 means false. And here you can see the hobbies here. For hobbies, no annotation. And date of subscription is given here. And the return type is given as date and time. Daytime. Daytime is a predefined structure in system namespace. Used to work with date time. Here we are giving the format here. And display name equal to date of subscription. So while when these properties are converted to labels and text boxes, property name is used as a label text, and the description is here uh, the property name is used as a text box name, text box ID. See here, date of subscription, here it is one word, there is no space. We can read this easily because it is in title case, D capital, O capital, S capital. Okay, sometimes if three, 4 words are mixed up, if all are in lowercase, we cannot read easily. So it will take time understanding and reading. So to avoid that confusion, so to give clarity to the end user, the person working with the site, accessing the site, we are giving like this. Date of subscription is given. And here you can see required is there. For this, you can see country ID is given. Public int country ID. So country ID means in this example we'll get text box. In text box I'll give country ID as 107. Why? Because is in 10th example we are implementing only little, but after MVC advanced architecture in 11th example complete implementation will be there using ADO.NET EDM, sending the values to table. Okay, so in 11th example what we do is in for country ID, for this property we'll get text box, sorry, drop down list. In drop down list we'll display 252 countries. 252 countries will display. So India is also there, like they are in countries list is in alphabetical order from A to Z, like it starts from Afghanistan like that. And India place is in 107. 107 means country ID we are using. Okay, if I select India in drop down list, then it takes 107 as country ID and it will store. Okay, So here property name is country ID. The same thing is used as a label text box name. So to avoid this, here we are writing display name equal to country. So in for label it will not show country ID, it will show country. User will select country name as India, and when it is sent to table, it only value is sent, 107 is sent. This will do in 11th in 11th example we'll do this. So here you can see the countries list here. Here you can see countries table. So here first Afghanistan is there, and in 107 here you can see India it is showing. So this will use in 11th example. And here string line data type multi-line text box. If you want to get multi-line text box, we are using this attribute here. Registration fee, all these are given. So here model is created. So now creating controller. Right click on controller. So empty controller is selected. Here I am giving name as user controller. So here for displaying the view and to send the data, two methods we should write. Get method and post method we should write. So here you can see create is there. So before writing the methods in controller, here I'll give like this using MVC example 10.models to access the class here. We are using this. So this is the get method to show the page so that user can enter values. And here you can see post method here. So HTTP post is given. And here in create method user model is given. User model is the class which is created now. And user is the object here, object. And this using this class I'll create a view creation is done. And here user contains the values given in the view. How can we access values is using properties. By using the object name we can access the properties in the class, and the properties contains values. And here you can see model state dot is valid. Model state property contains it contains the state of the model, state of the entity, like in what state it is, like whether it is having valid data or invalid data, or whether it contains other information. Like other information means new record or modified record, anything. Is valid is a property here. If valid data is there in the class, in the properties in the class, then returns true, otherwise returns false. So if valid data is given, then return redirect to action, then index method is given here. So index method. So from create it will go to index. because these methods are having corresponding views. We'll create views. From create method, it will go to index method in the same controller. And if data is invalid, it will return it will works with return view user. Return view user means this will gives the result here. Return view user means it will return give the same view like create. And with when it gives the same view for giving valid data, like then it should show the old information also. It may be right or wrong, it will show the old information. So object name I'm using because object using object will access the properties, and the properties will contain the values. So here right click on this create, add view. So create template is create, and the class is user model class, user defined class. I'm creating index here, add view. So here page is loaded here, and without giving any value, if I click on create, then it will show the validations here. What all validations are given. Sunil 123, Sunil 1234. So here it is saying not matching. So here we should place a radio button here, not text box. In 11th example, we'll do this. If I'm not using at the rate here, so invalid email. Here age is given, state, TS, receive newsletters, hobbies, and date of subscription. Here country ID I should give 107, because if it is drop down list, we'll select from drop down list. India will select. But now here only text box is there. I should enter ID, country ID. Registration fees is given. So create. Some details are given. So here date is invalid. So here you can see index space. So the given data is valid. But whatever data that is given here, it is not stored anywhere, because I'm not using ADO.NET EDM. When I use ADO.NET EDM, then data is saved in some other location. Okay. So this is the 10th example. I'm stopping here. So tomorrow I'll start by exactly by 9 o'clock, and tomorrow we'll discuss about advanced MVC architecture. Then after that I'll start 11th example. In 11th example, we'll implement all, like using business access layer, repository layer, like complete architecture we'll implement. So in 11th and in next examples also. So next examples will be taking more time. 11th example will take 3 classes, 4 classes, 11th example. Other examples also will take more time for explanation. For execution, explanation, it takes time. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
So today's lecture video you shared, no?
Last, yeah, I've sent all, no? I did not miss anything. I've sent all, everything.
No, no, this you are not.
Yeah, today's video I'll send.
Today's and previous example, that is 9 example.
Okay, 9 example also I'll send. Okay?
Okay, okay, sir. Thank
Okay, then bye then.
you.